Okay, so we're here once again in Sword Factory X, and we have gotten our first official update to the game. Now, beforehand they have actually added things into the game here and there, just like random little bug fixes, random little bits, just to kind of add into the game, but this is actually the first official update to Sword Factory X, and it brings in a new feature that has been needed since the first iteration of Sword Factory. But yes, we finally have the first bit of trading, actual proper trading in the game, which is just insane. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to show it off in this video, just because, as you can see right now, I've got no one in my server. So later on, I'll probably do another video kind of showcasing trading a little bit more with an alt account or something. But yeah, trading is finally in the game, and it is in like a proper fashion. It's not just kind of like how we're used to, where you'd have to just kind of trust people and you'd have to like go to each other's banks and put a sword down and stuff. Instead, it is actual proper trading. So yeah, trading is pretty cool, and I will show it off in another video because it is quite a big feature to the game. So yeah, that's a good big feature. But that's not all. Another one that you can actually see right now on top of the screen is gems. Now, gems are basically the new currency in the game, and basically, if I want to go on explain them just as quickly as I possibly can, they are basically like boss coins from the other Sword Factory. Basically, where you can go out, you can kill a boss, and you'll get some gems. Now, there is also codes that you can get some gems from, which we will show off in a little while. But yeah, basically, you get some gems, and then from killing bosses and stuff. And basically what you can do with these gems, if you come into the shop real quick, as you can see here, these two massive exclamation marks and highlighted features. Obviously you can buy some gems right here, obviously with the biggest pack being 50,000 or 6,399 Robux, which is quite a lot. Or you can go down to the new boosts, and as you can see, these are ×2 cash, ×2 damage, ×2 luck, and 1.5 times XP boost, which is obviously super good. And as you can see, basically it more or less shows which ones are the most OP ones by just kind of like the prices that they come out. Obviously they do have a Robux price as well, so you can buy 30 minutes for 180, 210, 270 and 360. Now these obviously are quite a lot, but obviously it does kind of like, I guess basically it is quite a good thing that they're quite a lot, because then obviously you're not going to have a lot of people buying a lot of boosts all the time. Instead you'll just kind of have it being bought rarely and stuff like that. So again, it's not exactly a massive pay to win feature. Obviously it is still kind of pay to win, however it does kind of like discourage people from buying it just because it has quite a high price, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, you can buy these for gems. Right now I only have 9 gems because I've only killed 2 bosses, and I believe the minimum boss you need is a mythical boss. I'm not really too sure. I did kill a legendary boss as well, but I didn't get any gems for that. So I'm going to assume that it is a mythical boss because I did get 4 gems for that one. I think I got 5 for a divine or something like that. So yeah, you're just going to have to go out there, kill some bosses. And I'm going to assume, again, I've not tested it out too much, but the higher the rarity of the boss, the better the gems that you're going to get from it, more or less. So yeah, that's a really cool feature as well. And that is more or less all of the main features in the game. And we do actually have some other ones to show off as well. So let's just go straight into it right now. So over here on the enchants list, we have a brand new enchant to the game. And obviously it's not an incredibly high chance of getting it. It's only 1 in 7, which is obviously then fairly easy to get. And as you can see, it's called Soulbound. And basically what that does is if you die, you have a chance of keeping your sword. So usually when you have your sword and you die, it's just going to kind of like get thrown out into the world where you just died at, and then you're going to have to go back and try and retrieve it. However, with this brand new enchant, basically you have a chance then of keeping it. Obviously the way it works, if I quickly go over here, take off this random sword, and then put down this sword over here, as you can see, this one does have a Soulbound. And basically, obviously the higher the enchant on it, the better the chance you are going to have of keeping it. So I've got mine at 21 right now, and when I tested it out before, I did actually keep this sword. And we go ahead and put that one down real quick, and that one actually got up to Ruby, which is super good. But yeah, basically you have a higher chance of keeping it the higher the enchant. So let's go over here real quick. I'm just going to have this sword sat out. Hopefully we can find some bosses that are going to kill me quick enough. But yeah, right now I only have a 500 million health, so it shouldn't be too bad. And we have some mythicals and legendary bosses over here, so this should be good enough, right? Yeah, okay, we're going to die fairly quickly now. And one thing you'll notice is that you die and you will actually see your hotbar get emptied. However, when you know, well, basically the way you know that you're going to keep your sword is if it doesn't actually get put out into the world. So we'll just see real quick when we die here. As you can see, the sword has not been put out into the world like so. So when I respawn, I should have my sword still in my inventory, and I do. So there you go, that's basically how the new soulbound enchant works. If you die and you don't see a sword drop, that basically means that the soulbound has worked and it has stayed in your inventory. Obviously, otherwise, if your sword does drop, it means it's not worked, so you're basically going to have to go ahead and quickly go and retrieve it. So yeah, that's another cool thing. And there's a couple other things as well. I'm not really too sure how they work, if I can get off of this conveyor. There's this little box over here. You can see it better in daylight, but as you can see, it's this kind of like rainbow green blue box kind of thing, and it says save your gems. Now I'm not really too sure how it works. If you walk over it, nothing really happens, and then you click on it, nothing happens. I don't think you can drop your swords inside of it. As you can see, your swords just kind of stay outside of the box, although this sword has now turned rainbow. Obviously it's not meant to be rainbow, but I'm not really too sure why that happened then. That was pretty funky. I guess if you just kind of spam drop your swords, for some reason it's going to turn rainbow, but yeah, that's not meant to happen anyway. I guess that's a bug that I've just found there. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what that does. It's also over here with your ascender with that black, like little black boxes. It says save your gems there too, but I'm not really sure what it means. So yeah. There's also this massive screen as well now on top of the dome, where you can basically see what's new in the update, just in case you missed the update log that comes up at the start. As you can see, trade with friends, you can use the gems to trade as well, and you can trade items from your bank, which is super good. So obviously that's a really good feature. A boost you can buy with gems, which obviously then boosts your stats. It's free for all the players, and you can gift it to others as well, just in case you have the Robux. And obviously you can get gems from defeating the bosses, you can buy boosts with the gems, you can trade gems and stuff, and obviously it does say save your gems, but again I'm not really too sure how it works. So yeah, that's another cool thing there though. And this is last thing over here, hopefully it does turn to daytime soon in the game, but as you can see right now in the dark it looks very, very ominous. But there's this massive kind of like portal gate thing with a huge lock over the top of it, this massive like purple building. And yeah, as you can see, I'm really not too sure what it is. My kind of guess is it links in with the soulbound. Well, what have I done with this sword? I've completely broken it. As you can see, it's now gone down to rare ++, invincible class, and quality broken. And I have broken that sword, so that is that sword. But yeah, as you can see, this whole thing just looks insane. It's just kind of like to the right, or well, to the left even, of your ascender. And it's just got this kind of like massive triangle lock thing on it, with sort of like an eye thing in it. And again on the top with the eye again. So I'm really not too sure what this is. You can walk into it like a little bit, as you can see, but there's nothing in here that I've seen so far. There's nothing that you can actually do, so I'm really not too sure what this is going to be. My best guess is it's going to be something to do with maybe like a new world or something. And again, I feel like it's linked to the new soulbound enchant, so I'll have to see what this thing is, but it does look kind of crazy, as you can see. But yeah, this update overall has been really, really cool, and obviously I will go ahead and show off some more features in future videos and stuff. Obviously when I'm killing bosses you'll see the gems anyways, and I will also show off the best ways to use boosts and stuff. But yeah, this is a really cool update overall, and I will have to, oh actually there's this other thing over here, gems guide, defeat bosses, defeat mobs for gems, shiny mobs drop triple gems, which is really cool, and you can also use gems to buy the boosts. Save your gems for future updates as well, so that's a good thing to do. And also to get trading you need to unlock level 15, which is obviously a really good thing, because I believe it's level 15 to go between bases as well. So that's a good thing, just to kind of like make players actually play the game just a little bit beforehand, just to kind of get to grips with what's going on with the game. But yeah, really good update, and this update's bringing me a lot of luck as well, since I've managed to get this sword up to Brilliant and Ruby fairly quickly, nearly 8 trillion in the value. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the enchants as well, just so I can maybe, well there you go, very nearly up to 8 trillion and already up to 8 trillion. So yeah, really good update overall. Not really sure what I've managed to do with this sword though. Technically I have an Amalite sword, but obviously I don't. If I reset, I'm going to assume that the sword isn't going to drop. But yeah, I'm not really too sure. If I do leave and rejoin, there we go, I think the sword's gone back to normal perhaps. Yep, there we go, I've got the sword back to normal, so that's a good thing at least. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.